Cameras trained on one man. 4 goals in 3 games. You can't argue with that. The action is live. Next. It's always a real privilege to commentate from this venue. A warm welcome.
Alrighty, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. All 3 of our new signings are on the bench. Not starting today. No big deal. Tottenham was our first defeat of the season. Big different right now in the big difference in the standings from we were earlier. That's what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. Normally I'm a little more articulate with what I want to say, but it is what it is. And it's a penalty. Oh my goodness. That is not how we want to start this off. Handball penalty. Fabian Schär. Oh, come on. That's a horrible call. And it looks like justice has been done. Martin Dubravka, that's why we brought him in over Nick Pope. Great save. And I'll take that. Tottenham Hotspur, another great stadium if you ever get a chance to go to it. Just in case you haven't heard enough from me talk about my trip in October. So, got to go watch them play in the Europa League against AZ Alkmaar. That was a fun, great experience at Tottenham. I'll give that. Great save. And, yeah, we may end up using these new players sooner rather than later if we play like this. Alexander Isak, the league's top scorer! Oh, I thought I was going to just creep in there at that near post. Oh, that was rough. That's all right. Lewis Hall. Well, after Tottenham's blistering start and their penalty, great play that by Anthony Gordon. Gonna go all by himself, maybe. No, Isak didn't pick what I was looking for. Oh, it's all right. Oh man, that just went wide. Oh, I thought I took Lewis Hall off. Oh my goodness, what an idiot. Oh, that's fine. Well, since Lewis Hall's still here, that means all the changes I made did not stick, and our only new signing on the bench is Dominic Solanke. So, regardless, he will get some field time today. And almost went in there. Not Pedro. But Patrick Kluivert and Amari Hutchinson will have to wait until our next match in the FA Cup, I believe against Chelsea, to get some time on the pitch, which is not a big deal. I'm okay with that. Tightly contested first half so far. Great challenge. I'll give credit where credit's due. Great challenge, though, there. But, like I said, tightly contested first half. We've had our chances. They've had a penalty saved. Isak just can't get it on target there. But this is what you expect from top of the table here in the Premier League. It was tied against United when we knocked them off. Maybe we'll do the same here and knock off Tottenham. Oh, dear no. Great save by Dubravka. We can't get it clear, though. And it's saved again. Another penalty. You've got to be kidding me right now. Oh, my gosh. Dubravka, can we do it again? Oh, he went the same way. And, oh, man. They don't quite deserve it, but it's Newcastle United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. And that should end the first half. And it does. Oh, that's a swift gut punch right there. We brought on Joe Willock. Sean Longstaff. He should have been starting had I not backed out like I did, like an idiot. An accident. Regardless, it's 1-0. 2 handball penalties against us. 1 went in, 1 didn't. Oh, and Richarlison just gets through. And I thought we got the ball and we didn't. Oh, man. Well, when it's not your day, it's not your day. And Callum Wilson's going to come on for his last match as a Newcastle player. Oh, man, that one stings. Oh. That's fine. And the winning run looks like it's probably going to come to an end. Unless we can get 3 goals in the next 10 minutes, which, knowing us, it is possible. And no one is wanting to make a run in. Joe Linton finally, but it's going to be a little too late there, unfortunately. Well, it was a good run while it lasted. I'm happy with some of the results that we got, the big wins against Villa and Manchester United and knocking City out of the League Cup. If we can just keep them from getting a third here, I'll be happy, but and we might just... Oh, man, that was a horrible ball, Tyler. It is fine. Ain't no point in getting upset over it. It's just a video game. But good win for Tottenham. Tottenham 2, Newcastle United 0. And the cup games, keep coming thick and fast. We host Chelsea in the third round of the FA Cup. And it should be an interesting battle. They beat us last time out. And, yeah, we got to get our revenge there. And this match here in the third round of the FA Cup. So, yeah, I'll see you guys on the other side as we host Chelsea.
Well, what a game we have in store for you today. The hype has been building all week. And a beautiful day for football here at St. James's Park.
Alrighty, we lost at Stamford Bridge earlier in the year. And the FA Cup is a competition that the board has said we must win. My goal initially was the League Cup before I saw that objective. So, yeah, what if maybe both? Why not, right? So, Sasha Boy in the team, as I mentioned, and giving the ball away because that's typically what I do with my passing. So, can't blame him. I'll blame myself. Solanke is starting over Isak just to give Isak a little bit of a rest. Solanke against his former team. And, yeah, it should be a tough battle. Chelsea typically tough every time I play him. And hopefully we can see ourselves into the fourth round and, of course, and beyond. But we're just going to take it one step at a time. I looked a little too far beyond Aston Villa, and they came away with a draw in the League Cup semi. Right move there by Tonali. As they visit us here at the park. Not sure why I call it that. Doesn't matter. Oh, my goodness. Where in the hell did that come from? From Moises Caicedo. Oh, my goodness. Wow. That's what we get for not closing them down. And that's going to be halftime. That's the last kick of the half. Oh, my goodness. Well, a Moises Caicedo wonder goal. There we go. Jeez almighty. Putting our FA Cup journey in threat right now, under threat, as, oh my gosh, that is just terrible on my part. Cannot believe he scored that. But all the credit in the world, that was a heck of a goal. Oh, and we couldn't, oh my god. And that's probably going to honestly do it. Oh, that makes you sick, doesn't it? Horrible defending. All right, well, there you go. That's our next Premier League match. We're playing Wolves, a match we have to win. Considering if we don't win this, there'll be no wins in 3 in all competitions. Oh, my God. After the loss of Tottenham and the draw with Aston Villa in the League Cup. Oh, just put it too far wide. Well, even with expensive new signings, it looks as if Newcastle's fortunes in cups is going to be the same. Oh my gosh, I just couldn't thread the needle. Well, fair play to Chelsea. That Caicedo goal really, honestly, took all the steam out of us, all the wind out of our sails, whatever you want to call it. Great save from Dubravka to just barely keep us in it. And then Lukaku's goal, if that hadn't happened early on, might feel a lot better about us. But oh, come on. Oh. Well, yeah, that's frustration on my part, not gonna lie. I'm kind of hoping I see red. I took it out on him. That's fine. Yeah, straight red card for Joe Linton. But it's what it is. Our day goes from bad to abysmal. Newcastle 0, Chelsea 3.
We're here to enjoy a matchup that football fans are sure to relish. Which side will step up and deliver? It's all coming up next on...
A warm welcome.
Alrighty, we demolished Wolves 5-0. Molyneux at the beginning of the season. Alexander Isak, 14 goals, has not scored in quite a few games in the league. He's developed quite a drought, and he will be playing next to Dominic Solanke, who switched to a 4-4-2, just like I had done at Leeds. And that playthrough, again, we only got halfway through that, but that's been documented too many times. I'm not even going to talk about it again. So, yeah. So all 4 of our new signings are actually in the starting lineup today. Sasha Boy, and Solanke, Patrick Kluivert, as well as, I believe Amari Hutchinson is in the lineup as well. Oh, he just stepped in. Good defending there. I believe we're sitting about 6th or 7th right now in the league. Again, it is so tight. I didn't show it before this episode. We've done mostly cup matches in this episode, but it's so tight at the table in the top 4. Good tackle, but couldn't get the ball, but it was a good tackle there. I'm surprised. Joe Linton, of course, got suspended in the Chelsea FA Cup match. That was, yeah, I knew that was happening. But anyway, it's so tight at the top of the table, and you know, it's probably gonna come down to the final few games whether we get into the Champions League or not. Oh, come on, make a run. Love to see Kluivert get on the score sheet as well. Almost scored with his first touch on his debut, I believe against Villa, back in the Cup. And we will have that second leg in the next episode of the League Cup at Villa Park. So stay tuned for that. That tie is very much in the balance at 1-1. That should be it. It is Dominic Solanke's first goal for Newcastle United since his transfer. Our new number 11, and it's 1-0, and I'll take it. Linking up with Patrick Kluivert, just like they had done at Bournemouth. That is fantastic play from Newcastle United. He couldn't miss. He could not miss at all. While not expecting another 5-0 demolition like we had at Molyneux, it would be nice to get another couple goals to see this game off early and, again, continue this quest to a top 4. As we hit halftime, it's Newcastle 1, Wolves 0. And we're going to kick it off here in a great position, but we cannot rest on our laurels. Great tackle. We have got to continue to push forward. We need to make sure that we put this game to bed. We couldn't do it against Newcastle, against Aston Villa. We couldn't do that against Everton. We dropped points, so we need to make sure that we do that today. Well, just to be on the safe side, Solanke did get hurt. He did open the scoring, but he did pick up an injury with one of the challenges there. And we are going to bring on 16-year-old Louis Hayward for his debut. Signed him from the Youth Academy during the week, and he's here making his debut. And what a debut! Oh, what a debut it could have been for Louis Hayward. Almost getting himself a goal with his first couple touches. Oh, that would have been something else. Patrick Kluivert played well, bring on Harvey Barnes the last half an hour. Very happy with these new signings so far. I think it's going to be they're going to be great additions to the team. Barnes. Is this the moment for Louis Hayward? Another save. And I thought for sure the youngster was going to get on the score sheet. Harvey Barnes. Curling effort couldn't quite get it in that top corner. Well, we are turning the screw here and looking for that elusive second goal that seemed to not come. That's got to be a foul. We kept possession. That's fine. Oh, they played advantage. We couldn't take advantage. Not a problem. I kind of thought that was inside the area. On the line is a pin. But you know what? That's fine. But at the end of the day, it's been a great game for us. As I've said, great game from our new players. And I'm very happy with Sasha Boy coming in from Bayern Munich. I think we got a really great deal on him there. And looking forward to seeing how he develops as we continue on our season. Maybe one of our best signings, depending on how Solanke, Hutchinson, and Justin Kluivert work out. And they're going to give a penalty. I'll take that. And this should seal it off here. Louis Hayward, I'm glad you're excited, buddy. Sasha Boy just sang his praises, and he helped us win that penalty. Alexander Isak to break his goal drought and put both of my strikers on the score sheet today. It's 2-0, and that's going to do it. With less than 5 minutes, Newcastle United getting the win they need after that defeat against Chelsea here at St. James's Park. Take that all day long. We put 7 past Wolves so far this season, taken maximum points, not conceded yet, and we're going to continue on towards that top 4. That's fine. Less than a minute left of stoppage time, and Matthias Cunha is not much we can do about it today. It is going to finish up 2-0. Woo! That was close. And Newcastle United, great victory today after being dumped from the FA Cup. It's Newcastle 2, Wolves 0. We'll check the rankings, the standings real quick. Before Chelsea played their game in hand, we're sitting in 5th. And look at that again. 4 points between 1st and 7th, and 6 points between City and 8th, and Liverpool in 1st. So, clear gap showing between the top 8, but this is going to be one of the tightest races I've probably seen in a while. The relegation battle is still about the same. 2 points, between Nottingham Forest and Brentford. Crystal Palace and Wolves could be drug in there as well. Even Bournemouth are not necessarily safe from a potential relegation battle. So, tied at both ends of the table as we prepare for our match against Bournemouth.
A meaningful occasion, and all week long the football chatter has centered around this game.
A warm welcome to you.
Well, how much bigger can it get for a couple of these players? Dominic Solanke and Justin Kluivert, who Kluivert is on the bench. Solanke gets another start, but they're playing their former club just days after making the move here to Newcastle United. So we'll see how this plays out for the two of them. Solanke did get on the score sheet, against Wolves. He is here in the starting after that just a little knock against Wolves on his foot. Not a big deal. He's fit to play, obviously, or he wouldn't be starting. Or we would have been starting Louis Hayward, the 16-year-old who really did well. I was kind of surprised. So Sasha Boy on the bench as well. Just the matches being so close, everything coming thick and fast. I got to make sure I do a lot of good man management before that League Cup second leg against Aston Villa coming up in just about 2 weeks game time. Well, so far, we barely had a touch of the ball. Bournemouth have played keep away, and now they're here kind of threatening, but we'll take the ball away there. But, that's fine if Bournemouth want to look for a quick chance on the counterattack they can. We'll just press and do our best to get the ball forward. Game has been really bogged down in midfield. I don't think either one of us have had a sniff of goal yet. And I think that's the way Bournemouth are going to make sure they set up to try and play this. Like I said earlier on, that's fine. But if they want to do that, we'll try to hit him on the counter as well. Solanke to Isak. I can't quite carve out an angle there. Not a big deal. Half an hour in, and that has been our best chance so far. I can't even really call it a chance. Our defense just kind of stopped. Skipper for the day, Fabian Schär, getting the ball away. We're going to find a new captain now that Kieran Trippier has joined Brighton and Hove Albion because I made a mistake on his release clause. So, PSA, just make sure that you pay attention to the release clause and the player's market value, or you're going to end up looking like an idiot like me. So, that's the first shot on goal this game, and it's going to end at halftime goalless between both teams. Well, pretty rough and boring first half there. Even though we set up to attack, we couldn't get the ball. Possession was dominated by Bournemouth, and this is what they've done. Most of the match is played monkey in the middle with the ball, and unfortunately we've been the monkeys in the middle and not been able to do anything about it. So, don't get me wrong, I'll take a point and a clean sheet, but we really need to be getting all 3. You saw how tight the table is. We don't have much of a choice. We need to be collecting as many points as we can, pushing for this top 4. Yeah, we've had no shots on target, no shots in general And I'm sure you saw the stat there. That's a pretty rough performance so far from us today. Again, Bournemouth have done well of keeping the ball away from us. And we've been pretty... Oh, my God. We've been pretty poor of keeping the ball with Bournemouth. That's how I should say that. We're going to make a triple change coming in the last 20 minutes, provided we can get a stoppage in play. This game has kind of flown by, though. Very few stoppages. The ball's barely gone out. Again, no goals, as you can see. And Bournemouth have just been content to do this the entire match. And I don't prescribe to that style of football at all. I can't stand it, to be honest with you. I know Mourinho one year critiqued West Ham doing that against them, just kicking the ball out and defending and falling down, and that's not football to me. So I appreciate wanting to, hit on the counterattack. That should be a foul, but all right. Anyway, I appreciate wanting to play on the counterattack. I appreciate teams, being considered the lesser of the two teams, but yeah, this is not football, in my opinion. And I know I'm an American. Don't get me wrong, but this is no. I'm sorry. EA needs to work on this with the AI. This is garbage in my mind. Now let's see what we can do here. Justin Kluivert. Make a run! Jesus Christ, somebody! Excuse me, I apologize, everyone. But if we're just going to stand there with a thumbs up our asses, this is terrible. Well, it's 0-0. That's how it's going to end. We'll just call it now. Whether you see the table, 6 points between first and eighth, and we are, well, even between us as well, so 42 points. I wasn't paying much attention, I apologize. 42 points between 4 different clubs as we continue to inch on towards the end of the season, and our final game of the episode will be away to Southampton. Ryan Fraser going to Southampton himself, apparently on a free. It's interesting. All right, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. It is what it is. Mark Gillespie has well been approached. I'm not sure the club there, but also not a big deal. Yeah, so our last match is away to Southampton.
Welcome. We've dropped anchor here on the south coast of England at St Mary's Stadium. I'm Derek Ray.
All right, St Mary's is the venue for our final game of the episode, and we've done really well the last few games. Last 2 games at least. The Chelsea match, obviously the one huge black mark on this episode, other than the loss to Tottenham, and not be able to see the last of it. So it's really not been a great episode, is really what I'm trying to say. But Bournemouth played very, very pragmatic football. Did not care for that at all. Southampton, bottom of the table, already coming at us, and making us look like we're the bottom of the table team. And they're going to get an early corner kick, as we clearly can't defend for some insane reason. And, gotta get the ball. So hopefully we can, good save by Dubravka, pushing it away. Hopefully we can come away with the 3 points that we need, and it's very, very tight race for top four places. Oh, man. This, much better from Southampton compared to that Bournemouth match. Holy cow, Bournemouth were just god-awful, but Southampton are they're intense, they're tackling well, coming out of nowhere with these tackles, and this is how football should be played. I don't like it against us necessarily, but hey, it's all right. It makes for a fun game and better viewing for you guys. Oh, and it just squeaked by there. That's been our best chance of the game so far. Whew, well, back and forth half. It's 0-0, excuse me, at halftime. Well, we do not need to be dropping any more points as we head towards the end of January. And we need to make sure we're picking up all the 3 points that we can. And that just creeped wide, thankfully. Oh my gosh, this has just been It's a shooting gallery of Southampton, and we just can't retain possession to save our lives. Oh my gosh. That's definitely my mistake there. Justin Kluivert couldn't quite. Anthony Gordon couldn't keep it down. Oh, man. That was our best chance of the match there. Oh, my goodness. That should be 1-0. Should be 1-0. Oh, somehow for Solanke, we didn't deserve it, but we got it. Dominic Solanke's second goal since joining Newcastle. Oh, man, and finally the breakthrough's been made. Nuno keeping everyone in check. Somehow they didn't get the ball from him, and Dominic Solanke. It's 1-0 to the Geordies. Woo! I will take that all day long. 17 minutes from time. Southampton have been the better team most of the match, yet we were able to do what we've done most of the season. That is nick a goal very, very late. And I am going to be more than happy with that, and I'll take that all day long. Oh, no, we couldn't quite. And that's fine. If he's going to just shoot from that distance, not a problem. I'll take that all day. Not at all where I thought the ball would go. Holy crap. And he's offside. I'll take that. As we enter the final few minutes of the match, heading into stoppage time. I think, probably about 1 or 2 minutes is what they typically tend to add in these games. Ugh. My gosh. If my passing was just a little bit better, I wouldn't be sweating right now. Well, that'll do it right there. As we clear the ball. And it's going to finish here. Southampton 0. Newcastle, a very lucky 1. Well, that is where we're going to end the episode today. We're sitting in 5th place with a game in hand, with a game more than all the teams around us, effectively, other than Liverpool and Arsenal. So I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and at least advance to the next day. There we go. And now look at the standings. All right. So we are still in 5th. That's fine. 4 points behind Arsenal and Spurs, level on points with Manchester United. Liverpool and Chelsea, the top 2, heading down to the bottom of the table. Southampton, of course, after we beat them, are still rooted to the bottom. Ipswich down there with them, and Nottingham Forest making up the bottom 3. Leicester, Brentford, Everton, and Wolves are all there or thereabouts. And anyway, yeah, fifth in the league, 40 goals scored, 18 goals conceded, the best defensive record in the league, despite some of these big losses that we've had. And guys, that's where we're going to end it, and we'll start the next episode with the end of the transfer window. Appreciate you guys stopping by, as always.